Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Hibs Career Mode. I think this is episode 11. I could be wrong in saying that. This has been recorded at 20 to 10 on the same day as the previous episode, where I've had no sleep. I've woke up a wee tiny bit though, and we kicked the episode off with a game against Huddersfield. Don't really recall there being too much to say about this. It was an alright opportunity for Basagog to score here. Just thoughts a wee tiny tad above the bar, sadly. Graham actually, we have a youth player called Douglas Graham, who has a really bright future if I'm being genuine and being serious. I've really enjoyed using him in this career. He's got decent skill. Pretty sure he has 5-star weak foot. He's not exactly speedy, but he's got a decent finish on him. At this point it's 1-0 to Hibs. Here isn't really a good showing of how his finishing can be. What he just did here tends to happen a lot less often, but as you can see he's really close to scoring. And then they come up the other end and make it one each from what was seemingly nothing, to be honest. But we knew that playing against Huddersfield wouldn't be an easy matchup because it was Huddersfield. They got promoted to the Premier League. To be fair, they did get relegated, but still. Douglas Graham, again, another not too good showcase of what his finishing can be like, but I promise he can score. And this is how. Not very often you see a finish like that from someone who at this point is under 60 rated. I think he was like 57 rated or something at this point. And just one more time. Perfect finish. Low driven, goalkeeper's not even close to it, to be honest. We then get a free kick just outside the box, but free kicks are shit in this game, so this ended up happening. I tried to put it under the wall, but it didn't really go under the wall properly. This pass is impeccable, but Soteldo fucked it. If Soteldo finished that, then that would have been an incredible move. Would have been one of my favourite goals that I've scored in this series so far. Graham showing his skill. I thought that should have been a foul, but he managed to pick the ball back up. Sends him to the shop and it hits the post here. I was so gutted because I wanted him to get his brace. Just wasn't really to be. End up passing the ball about the box, and then Gianni Altas makes his run and then he gets his goal, making it 3-1 at the 89th minute. And I don't think I really actually scored too many 98th minute goals. I've scored a few, definitely, yeah, but I don't think, because you get the teams that scored 98th minute goals all the time, whereas I've scored like a few that I can remember off the top of my head. Typically they end up being Basagog just running at the team, and Basagog has been really good this season because, well, like you see, 98th minute Basagog running at the team, just unbelievable pace, making it 4-1 to Hibs in this match. Just compared to how he was last season in League One, and I know he was there for 6 months. I probably had to just take time to get used to him. It was just he's like a completely different player this season. It's mental. My nose is really blocked in there, so I'm finding it difficult to talk properly. But we simulate this game against Preston North End, who, I think they're sort of mid-table-ish at this point in the season. I think they might be mid-table still, actually, at the moment. It's one each at this point as well. Just go 2 each. I was about to say 2-1, then it went 2 each instantly. Pretty sure it finished 2 each though. And that's just how the simulating goes in this game. Roche getting it 2 goals, and Hogan getting it 2 goals. Am I reading that right? Hogan. Our next game was against Scunthorpe United, who just got promoted with us along with Charlton, I think it was. And this was, I think this was like a game where I kind of wanted to make a statement, because Scunthorpe surely won the league last season, but we definitely were capable of winning League One. If we simulated a wee bit less, then we would have been fine. And this is probably the fastest goal I have ever scored. 2 minutes in. I mean, you've just seen it there for yourself. I've been playing on Legendary, and that was just a supreme goal. As much as it was probably the fastest goal I've scored in the season so far, nothing really happened other than that in the entire first half, other than this tackle that just put us into half time. And another 25 minutes passed, and this is when another highlight comes up, because it just was one of those sort of boring games. Boyle to Basagog, who, this was brilliant, just rinses both the defenders. I don't know why he did the Dybala celebration, but he did. I wasn't expecting him to take it by the defenders so easily. Just look at this. And the keeper's not got a single chance if he's standing right there. I kept this in because I realised that was David Gray, who we just sold to Scunthorpe United this season. And kind of proved where the two teams are. He's no use to us, and they bring him on, and then he fouls Basagog. Like, is that really what he's bringing to your team, Scunthorpe? Come on, you must be better than that. And that marked the end of the game against Scunthorpe United to make it 2-0. Maybe on paper they might have been better than us last season, but we've definitely improved a huge amount. Our next game was simulated against Cardiff City, and I think we're playing mostly our first team at this point. What I notice is I was subconsciously sort of rotating keepers, but that'll change. This game ended up ending 2-2 as well, I believe. But that'll be the last game of this episode, and I'll leave you off knowing that the next game you'll see me play against, the next game you'll see me play, will be against Sheffield Wednesday, and I'll show you the league table as well, more in depth. If you have enjoyed this video, please do smash a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. When I get a bloody subscriber, I'm sitting celebrating it. Speaking of subscribers, you can subscribe as well. Make sure you do that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.